Alright guys, sup, it's me, Shiki of the Tiki. So here's another Wi-Fi battle for you guys. It's on the same day, I'm still sick, so voice isn't quite up to it. So this is another guy from Gamefaqs, Junior. So he sends out a Houndoom, I send out Pimp Slap, go for the fake out, flinch him. So then I go for a Hypnosis, it hits, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to switch out or not, I wasn't sure what he would do. So I just went for the Hypnosis, get it, falls asleep, something. Okay, maybe I'm gonna just try and take this guy out with Persian because I'm not sure if he's gonna swap or not. So I go for a bite. Doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage, but it does. So I think I'm gonna swap now. So I also think, okay, maybe he'll swap too. So I go for the U-turn. He's okay, like he knows I'm not gonna swap. So he swaps out to Kangaskhan, and I pull off a U-turn. As you can see, it doesn't do a heck of a lot of damage, but it doesn't. I didn't expect it to do too much because I believe Kangaskhan's pretty bulky. So I swap out to Apollo, thinking I'm just gonna drop a Draco Meteor on this thing, but he actually outspeeds me and uses a Dizzy Punch. So when I see it, I'm like, alright, well, it probably won't kill me, because, Altaria's pretty bulky as well. But, the health bar's dropping, I'm like, oh crap, is this thing, like, banded or something? But I don't know. But then he gets a critical, so I'm like, okay, so, maybe he's not. Let's see. So now I go out to my physical wall, Slowbro, to kind of scope it out, see what's happening here. Maybe set up so I can sweep, and then he goes for a crunch. I'm like, alright, I'm going for a calm mind, so let's see how much damage this crunch does. And does about a third of my health, but I get a calm mind off, so I'm thinking, alright, I'll slack off on my next turn, and then either go for another calm mind, or just psychic or surf him and get that Kangaskhan out of the way. So this time he uses Dizzy Punch, which was kind of surprising, but I guess, like, he saw that Crunch wasn't really doing it, so he was going to try and, like, confuse me or something. But he doesn't confuse me, and I get off slack off, getting me back to pretty much full health. I think with the leftovers, I get completely back at full. Yeah, it looks like that's what it's going to be. Yeah, I'm recording this battle off the verse recorder, which is an amazing thing. Like that's pretty useful. If only you could record. If only if you could have recorded one more battle, then well, more than one battle. Screw it, whatever. So he goes for another crunch. I think this was the turn where I went for a psychic on him just to get that Kangaskhan out of the way. Yeah, I did. Boom! Shakalaka. So I'm starting to like this whole like record battles for YouTube thing. My quality's probably not that good. It's probably like absolute crap, but I don't really mind. My main inspirations for this are Uton and Gigatitan. If you're watching these videos, you probably know them. They kind of inspired me to record Pokemon videos. So yeah. So he sends out Ludicolo, and I'm thinking, alright, he's gonna use some grass move on me, probably special range, because Slowbro is obviously a physical wall. So I swap out to Nebula, and it was just a complete friction. Like, bam, he used Giga Drain. I just completely shake it off like it's nothing because of my poison typing. So I decide that he's probably gonna swap out. So I'm gonna curse up here, and he sends out Claydol. At which point I'm like, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Like, I don't want to swap out, but I'm not sure if I should stay in. Like, what is Claydol gonna do? So I get a curse off, and I decide that I just gotta take out this Claydol. I don't know what's happening, so I'm gonna go for an Ice Punch. So he outspeeds me, which I kind of expected after the curse, and he goes for an Earth Power. And does Doesn't do too much damage, but I mean, it does a fair chunk for me being a special defensive wall. And I go for an Ice Punch, and as I recall, it does a little over half. So it's a clean 2-hit KO. So I decide, alright, he's not doing too much damage to me. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze in another curse. So he uses Psybeam, and I'm like, alright, it's probably gonna be equal power. I don't know why he used Psybeam exactly over, like, Psychic or another move. Maybe it's because I think Psybeam can confuse me. And he gets a critical hit. I'm just like, crap. I might die, and it'll be a complete waste of, Nebula. I should have gone for the Ice Punch. But, I can't switch out because I don't really want to. I mean, switching him back in would be a pain. He'd have to like set up again. It just wouldn't be worth it. So at this point, I'm thinking, all right, maybe I'll live. I mean, Black Sludge got me a fair bit of recovery. I'm back at 154. Maybe I can take another Psybeam. So I go for the Ice Punch. He goes for the Psybeam. He hits me with Psybeam. Brings me down to 55 HP, maybe 56. I can't really. 56 HP. I get off the Ice Punch, so Claydol is dead. Like, it is out of the park. Just bomb of the ocean now, frozen in an iceberg. It's like Megatron in Transformers. It's just done for. Wow, that was an out of world reference. I am okay. So we get a little recovery. I'm in the red. I'm like, screw it. He sounds on Arcana, so I'm thinking, alright, he's gonna go for like a Flare Blitz or something, but I could swap in Slowbro, but I'm not gonna because Nebula is just dead fodder. So he goes for an extreme speed. So I'm like, alright, he thought I might like Sucker Punch or something, so he goes to outspeed me, but it doesn't kill me. I'm left 20 HP and I get off an explosion. And I'm just like, yes! 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 RK9 just ate an explosion, and this is just awesome. So Nebula goes down, but I mean, I felt he did his job this battle, like, it was just good. So I send out Terminator, who is like my favorite Pokemon ever, Drapion, and like, the strategy you can use with him is just awesome. So he sends out Swallow, and I'm like, alright, that thing might outspeed me with Facade, or like, go for a Protecting on a Facade, and so, I was thinking I might swap to Slowbro, but, Terminator's pretty bulky, so I stay in, and I go for an Ice Wing, and I outspeed him, which is kind of weird, but I mean, whatever. And he goes for a Steel Wing. I did not understand that at all. I was like, alright, I mean, why Steel Wing? And, like, how, like, it didn't really do that much either. So I go for a second Ice Fan, figuring, alright, I'm just gonna kill this Swallow, get it out of the way. Swallow goes down, critical hit, woohoo. Could have used that earlier today in other battles, though. But that's basically the strategy with Drapion. I have Scope Lens on him to kind of, like, exploit his, high critical ratio of Night Slash and his ability, which is Sniper, which makes his critical hits do insane amounts of damage. So he sends out Houndoom as, like, death fodder. I get an Earthquake, get another critical hit, yay, Scope Lens. My luck is just paying back from earlier, I guess. So he's down to one Pokemon, he sends out Ludicolo. I'm just like, alright, done deal. So, I know Ludicolos are big on recovery and stuff, so I just want to get this guy in one hit, so I go for a Swords Dance. And, that's on there without Focus Sash or Leftovers or anything, just because, like, Drapion's base defenses are good enough that it can usually take a hit in the UU bracket and then dish it back out. So he uses Nature Power and fires off a Tri-Attack. So I mean, there might be some strategy in there, but I didn't really understand. Like, just to mess around and get some, like, status going. But it doesn't really do much damage. So I go for the Night Slash. It hits Ludicolo is just like, no more dancing for you, or you are just dead. You are just like reeling. Just dropping down low, that Ludicolo. Just up, hangs down by a little bit, goes for a Rain Dance. Something, alright, so it's got like a